Next Alert Forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. As you can see, I'm joined by First Alert meteorologist Erica Page. Erica, good to have you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Finally seeing an upturn in the weather, which is good for us.
And I'm gonna take one of our First Alert network of cameras. You can see 4 cameras, and I want you to pay attention to the one in the upper right. It's warm enough for people to be out at the Cleveland sign. I believe this is the one just behind the Rock Hall, Voinovich Park. Some melting. We can even see some grass there. But we're going to be seeing a lot of that because, wow, quite the change to our winter weather that we have been seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at temperatures right now in downtown Cleveland, we're sitting at 31 degrees. I will note it is breezy out there today. It is a south wind, which is bringing us all these bigger changes. So it is going to have a feels like factor that still feels cold to our bodies if you're going to be outside. But we have seen a lot of folks out and about kind of taking advantage of finally this break in some of the activity. That said, if you look really closely
look
right
at
there,
that. That's not smart.
it is not, because the deal is, yes, we've seen some colder temperatures as of late, but you're going to be climbing above freezing, and this ice that's very thin, that's basically developed, it's called quick ice, essentially, that's developed along the shores of Lake Erie. It is not going to be the most structurally sound, and especially with these warming temperatures over the next couple of days, you really want to stay off the ice. It looks really pretty, especially this time of the year as you start to get that ice formation, but I cannot stress enough how dangerous it is to be out on that, especially as these temperatures continue to warm. I mean, you look at our air temperature right now, we're 1 degree shy of freezing, so it is not wise if you are thinking about it. I would highly advise against it. That goes for rivers, creeks, streams, lakes, anything along those lines. Just stay off of it.
And we have covered this enough to know that especially the winds that we're going to be getting that are coming out of the south, that's just, if you're out on that ice and it breaks away, that wind is going to push you right out into the lake, and you're going to need to be rescued by the Coast Guard.
Yeah, and water temperatures are frigid. I mean, offshore, I believe we're sitting kind of in that mid to upper 30-degree range, so it would not take long for hypothermia to set in. I don't care how deep the water is. Once your body experiences that shock of the colder water, you will kind of freeze up, and your body just won't really know what to do because it's trying to keep itself warm, and it's trying to decide how it can best protect yourself in the heat that you do have left in your body. So please just be mindful of that. We stress it every year. We don't like to see that. We want you to enjoy the views, but do so safely from the shoreline. And just kind of know that with these temperature fluctuations that we have coming in, you are going to see some bigger changes. Through the rest of tonight, overall, I would say it's a relatively quieter weather evening for us, finally, but you will start to see, as we mentioned, that wind picking up, especially as we head into the overnight time frame, and that's actually going to send your temperature warming once we get past midnight, and that's the sign of these bigger changes that are on the way for us through the rest of the upcoming work week.
Excellent. We're going to take a quick break, and Erica will be back with the rest of our work week and a look at the warmer weekend. And thanks for sticking around. We're back. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. Erica, walk us through it.
Yeah, so tomorrow we actually start to feel the effects of some of that warmer air. It's going to be pretty windy. I mean, we could be talking winds gusting upwards of 30, 35 miles per hour. And outside of a stray shower, it should be a relatively dry day for us. Can't necessarily say the same once you step into Thursday. You start to see that temperature warming back up. I think upper 40s to about lower 50s looks likely. And again, it's going to be very windy because this is a stronger cold front that will eventually be rolling through Thursday night headed into Friday. So that's where you see that big drop off in your temperatures. Once we get into Thursday evening, I think we're going to start to see the rain filling in, and this will be a widespread rain opportunity for us. So think about all the snow that we've had the last couple of days. You're going to get some melting here just because of the warmer air. You're also going to get additional melting with the rainfall that comes through once you get into your Thursday. But on the backside of that system, because it's going to be windy, you are still going to be ushering in some of that colder air that's coming in on the backside on Friday. And so temperatures at best may only be into the upper 20s. And so any lingering moisture, which we expect there will be some on the backside of that system, you are going to get some scattered snow showers across the area, potentially some light snowfall accumulation with it. Overall, not tracking anything overly impressive. I think it'll be relatively light snowfall, especially with the wind that we'll have out there. And then you're going to notice some fluctuations once we get into the weekend. So we have another push of colder air that comes through. Once you get into late Saturday night, early Sunday, could give us a few flurries to welcome in officially the start of the winter season. And then headed into next week, it may be a cooler start to the work week, but I think there is some data that's pointing towards we may actually trend a little bit more mild the closer and closer we get to actual Christmas Day once we get into your Thursday.
So what you're telling me is the chances for a white Christmas, and John Loftman, who I think is actually going to be returning with us here soon. He used to, I love John because he was just the weather almanac that you needed.
He is.
The definition of a white Christmas, Erica, do you know this?
I believe it has to do with, I think it's an inch of snow on the
I think
ground.
you're right. You have to get, I think you have to. Do you have to get an inch of snow on Christmas?
See, this is where the technicality, I'd have to go back and look. But I do think at least base snowpack, you would at least have to have at least some type of measurable snowfall on the ground. I'd have to review all this. John is the expert. He is our almanac, and I love that about him. But I want to say it's about an inch that I think you have to have on the ground. And I think you can add into that if you get snow during the day too. I think that would certainly technically count, but the odds of that happening, probably not the greatest.
Yeah.
At least as of right now.
Yeah, the data you're saying looks warmer for next week,
Yes.
much warmer than what we have been dealing with. So,
Yeah.
don't forget, folks, Sunday is the first day of winter. So everything we've been experiencing so far, that was just autumn. Don't even pay attention to that because we're just entering actual official start of winter on Sunday. 19 First Alert meteorologist Erica Page. We will see you at 3 o'clock.
Sounds good.
All
See
right,
you then.
take care. We do have 3.5 hours of news and First Alert weather coming up at 3 o'clock on Channel 19. We will see you there. I'm Dan DeRose for 19 News. Have a great day.